Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys new here on my channel, my name is Alison and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna try out some Korean makeup, and this is from the brand Pony Effect. It's from Seoul, and I have a bunch of stuff that I want to try on today, and I already own some of the stuff, so I'll be trying on for you guys. And usually with Korean foundation, I don't know how I like it because usually those shades is too light and they're too kind of luminous and moisturized on my oily skin, so it never just suits my oily skin. But I found out this is more for oily skin. It gives you a very matte finish, and that is what I'm looking for any cushion foundation, because I feel like a lot of cushion foundation, it targets for dry to combination skin, so I never get to try out the one that I really like. So I'm really excited to try this out, and this is the Pony Effect So Cover Stay Cushion Foundation, and it has SPF 50+ and PA 3+, and not surprised that Korean have a lot of foundation that contains SPF 50, like a lot of SPF, because they don't like to get too tan, I would say. But it's always good to have a foundation that has a SPF inside, but I hope it doesn't give me flashback. So I purchased all my stuff from yesstyle.com, and it doesn't have a lot of description on this product. So on the color range on this cushion foundation, it only comes with 7 colors here, and I happen to got this color in Sand, and Sand is the darkest color over here, and I think I'm a MAC NC25 for reference, and I'm really hoping this will work on my skin. So this is what the packaging looks like. It just have a sticker because it's from YesStyle. When you open it, you got a cushion foundation here with a rose gold color. It looks really nice, and at the back it says what's your color, and also it comes with an extra cushion foundation, and for the price I think it's pretty good because you get an extra cushion foundation, so you're getting 2 products here. But with the price, it's not bad. It's not considered as drugstore, but it's not considered as high-end. It's like in the mid-range. So here it says the foundation contains 15 grams, I'm assuming, and times 2 because there's 2-pack, and it is 0.52 ounce. So that is what you are getting in a foundation. It's just a very sleek, nice rose gold kind of finish on the packaging, and it just have a magnetic kind of finish. And when you open it, it has a mirror here, and here it has a compact. It comes with it with a cushion foundation. So when you open it up, this is what it looks like. It looks like the color is a little darker than my skin tone from the pen, but we're gonna try out and work this out. So for primer today, I'll be using my Origin Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb, and this is something that I watched Tati's video and I just want to purchase it, and that noise, it's just really interesting. And this is what the pudding looks like. I'm just gonna apply it on my face. It feels really cooling and really refreshing. It's like I'm having like a spa kind of refreshing scent. And now I just have the habit on putting this Becca Under Eye Brightener Corrector underneath my eye before applying my foundation. So on the half side of my face, I'm gonna use the sponge that it comes with it and apply on this side of my face, and the rest of my face I'm gonna use my damp sponge to see how it works. Is there any difference? So let's get into it, and I'm really nervous on the color. Okay, it's looking very full coverage. Oh, it's very full coverage. Just pressing it one time in the pen, you get this much coverage already. I would say it's pretty close to my skin tone right now because it's winter time, and NC25 is more like my summertime in August and September when it's kind of start fading. But this shade, it can be workable, and I don't think it's a huge difference. Like in real person, you can tell there's a little difference but then in the camera I feel like it looks pretty good. And it's crazy because I just dab it once and this is all the coverage that it gives me. It's a very full coverage and I never get the experience. No! I just dropped my sponge and I have a 3-second rule, so it's fine. It's still fine. I'm just gonna dab this in. Okay, so on this side of my face, I'm gonna use my usual sponge and see how it looks. So this is my second time dabbing more products and put it on this side of my face. I want to say I know why people say use the sponge that it gives you with the cushion foundation, because this, it gives you a lot more coverage. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but this side it gives me a matte full coverage, but this side is more luminous and not as full coverage as this side because my sponge has some moisture in it, so it kind of looks more natural and not as full coverage as the sponge that I have that it comes with it. So I'll be using this afterwards if I'm applying this foundation. I'm gonna blend it down to my neck so it won't see the huge color difference. Okay, so now let's move on to concealer. I purchased this Pony Effect concealer in the shade Ivory. Oh, it says SPF 30 and it has the PA2+, so even concealer, it has an SPF in it, and I never have any concealer that contains SPF in it. So this is what the bottle looks like. It has a very sleek bottle finish, and with the rose gold cap, it says Pony Effect here, and this is the Pro Fit Liquid Concealer. And when you open this product, it has a doe applicator, which is nice. Okay, so I just spent some time and looked it up online on the YesStyle when I purchased it, and I got the shade Ivory, and I think Ivory is the middle shades that it available. I don't know, it only has 3 colors here. It says Fair, Ivory, and Beige. And the size of this concealer, it comes in 6 milliliters. Okay, so without the talking, I'm just gonna try it on and see if it works on my skin tone and my under eye. So right off the bat, it feels really liquidy, and it does grab a lot of product with the doe applicator. I'm always nervous to try out a new concealer because that is my problematic area, and I'm always so picky about my concealer. Oh, it does give me a full coverage here. Can you guys see that? It looks nice. This is more on the lighter side, I feel like, because I usually kind of match my concealer with my foundation or my skin tone, but this is more on a lighter color. But it's not bad, not too light, because I don't like really brighten up my under eye area. It's just me. Well, I'm liking how it blends with the sponge. It still gives me a very full coverage, because I know a lot of concealer, if you blend it with sponge, it just gives you that very light coverage, because the sponge is just soak up all the products. But this, it still gives you a very nice full coverage. Yeah, I'm really liking this coverage. It looks flawless. It covers up my dark circle, and I don't expect that because with a lot of Korean makeup, I feel like they're more on a lightweight and very natural kind of finish. So now I'm just gonna set this with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just wondering how this setting powder sit on top on the concealer. I'm just gonna do a 5-second baking, not too much because I don't want to dry out my eye area. I want to say it is looking very nice, even though I set it with the setting powder. It doesn't look super cakey or it doesn't crease at all. It looks very nice. So now I'm just gonna set the rest of my face with my translucent powder with the sponge and just kind of dab it over my oily area. Okay, so now moving on to my brow, I got 2 different colors here. It's also from Pony Effect, and this is the Pony Effect Shaping Brow Definer, and in Deep Brown and also in the shade Natural Brown. This is what the shade looks like. This is the dark brown and this is in the shade Light Brown. And obviously light brown is a little bit too light with my hair color going on now, so I'm just gonna apply the light brown on the front part of my brow, and then the rest I'm gonna use the darkest brown. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's a rose gold finish again with the blue color that they have. I feel like that is their signature color, I think. And when you open it, it looks like the really small kind of defined brow, the one that I have with my Anastasia. So this is my Anastasia one, and this is what it looks like compared to each other. They're very similar, and let's try this on and see how it works. It's very easy to glide on. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's very pigmented. It's so easy and so pigmented. I just really like how thin and pigmented they look, because with my Anastasia I can fade my eyebrow hair with that product, but then with this I can just easily fade my eyebrow hair. So now I'm just gonna finish up my other side of my brow and I'll be right back. Okay, so now the brows is done. I'm loving how it turns out, the color, pigmentation, all over that. And now let's move on to Pony Effect Master Eyeshadow Palette. And this is in the Flash Master. This is what all the shade looks like, and it's just a lot of color, shimmer in this palette, nothing in matte. So this is something that you just use it as apply on the lid, but I feel like a lot of Korean or Asian likes a lot of shimmer color just on the eyelid, and by itself it just looks very natural and nice. So I'm just gonna use my matte shades from this Anastasia Soft Glam Eyeshadow Palette. So first I'm just gonna apply this base. This is the tempera, and it does have a little shimmer but not too crazy, so I'm just gonna apply this as a base. Then I'm gonna go in with Orange Soda as my transition shade, and I'm just gonna blend this on the outer corner of my eye just to give it a little color. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in with the burnt orange on the transition shade just to deepen out the crease color. Then now we're gonna go in with the Pony Effect eyeshadow palette in this shade right here, the very bright orange. So I'm just gonna use my finger. It feels very buttery, and I'm gonna dab it on the center of my eye, and look at that, it's so pigmented. I'm liking it. I really like the shimmer shades. I like this shade. It has like a burnt orange, and it's kind of gives it a little bit gold in the shimmer. It doesn't look like something that I will have in my collection. Okay, so for the outer corner of my eye, I'm gonna go in with Sienna just to deepen out my outer V corner. I'm just gonna dab this and lightly blend it with my shimmer. Okay, eyeshadow is done. Now I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner, my mascara, and I'll be right back. So now eye makeup is done. Now we're gonna go in face. So for face, I'm gonna go in this Marvelous Contour and Blush palette. So this is what it looks like. It has the contour shades, a blush, and a brightener, and also a highlighter. So we're gonna try how it looks. This is something that I already own, and I know that the contour shade, it's a little bit light on my face, but we're gonna work this out. Yeah, I don't think this would really show up on my skin tone because I think I'm too tan for this color. I think it did kind of bring up the color on my face, but not necessarily that it helps to contour. Okay, now moving on to blush. This is a very light pink coral kind of color, and we're gonna see if this showed up on my skin tone as well. So I think with all the shades here, it meant for lighter skin tone, and it's more on the natural side. And I don't know if you guys can tell, there's a little kind of blush going on my face, and I hope the camera is picking it up. But it's a very light kind of blush, so you're gonna have to really go into the palette. So I think I'm not gonna go in with the banana shades here because I don't want to brighten up my under eye, because my under eye I used a lighter color already, so it's kind of already brightened up the area. So now I'm just gonna go in with this highlighter shade, and as you can tell, this is a very natural highlight and not something that it would show much. So you can see it's like within the glow from your skin, not too powdery or not too crazy like blinding people. And I'm just gonna put it with my finger on the tip of my nose and on my cupid's bow. It's a very natural kind of highlighter and not something crazy, keep in mind for that. So for lip color, I'm gonna go in with Tarte Colada. This is like the sample size I got from the points, Sephora points. So I'm just gonna put this. Then I'm gonna go in with my Dose of Color in the shade Gloss, G-O-A-L-Z. I'm not sure how to say that, but this is a very kind of glowy, glossy looking, like iridescent white. I don't know how to say it, but this is what the color it looks like. Like it gives you a very nice flashback with the lighting. So I'm gonna put this with my finger. So it looks like a gloss on top of some color lipstick. It looks very nice, very iridescent and glossy looking. Okay guys, so this is the final look here, and I'm gonna go back to review all the product that I use. So first of all, the cushion foundation, it's very good for all the skin. I can tell, even though now it has been, I would say, an hour I've playing with my makeup, and I don't have any excess oil come through, and it just feels very matte, even though I do have oily skin. But these days I'm really dry, so I feel like it kind of clings to my lines here. So it's kind of dry for my skin, not just a tiny little, but I'm sure this would still stay put on my skin very nice. So I'm loving it, and I want to try it more during the summertime, because summertime I can just match this shade perfectly. And I'm very glad this color is still workable on my skin tone, and it's just slightly darker, but I can work it down to my neck. And for the concealer, I'm very surprised because I really like this concealer, and it does blendable. It gives me a full coverage, and after I set it with my Laura Mercier setting powder, it still looks fine. And it's just something that I never expect this two product would look so good on me. It looks like the kind of American style makeup that I would like, because I feel like a lot of Asian product is just a very sheer finish. It doesn't give you much coverage because people like it more on the natural side. But then this two item, I really like it. It gives me a full coverage on this both item, and it just works very well on my oily skin. So I highly recommend you guys to pick this up. And moving on to my brow, this brow pencil is very similar to my Anastasia Beverly Hills Define Brow, but this is a lot more pigmented, and then you have to work it very carefully. I really like it though. It just gives me a very nice defined looking, but then you have to give it a very light hand when you use it, because it does look super pigmented. But then the only thing that I don't like is the spoolie here, if I can just open it. But this is the spoolie, what it looks like. It looks so stiff and hard. I just don't like how it feels on my skin. So I'm just gonna go in with my Anastasia spoolie, because that is a lot way softer. So that is the only complaint that I have, but I'm really liking how it looks pigmented. It defines the brow very easily, and it just very easy to work. So I'm liking this brow pencil. And moving on to the eyeshadow palette, and this is all shimmer shades, and I don't think this is like an easy to go palette because it doesn't have any matte shades. It's just all shimmer, and if you're traveling, you might have to bring another eyeshadow palette with you. But then so far I just tried this color. I had this for a while, but I never get to try it on. But I really like this coral kind of orangey color. It does have a little gold finish on it. It's just very pigmented, and I like the shimmer, how it looks. It's just very pigmented, and for me, I feel like this is a good start for me to starting on with different eyeshadow look because I feel like this is more workable on Asian eyes, or the shimmer, it just looks so pretty. So I really like all these shades, and especially this one that I just tried. It looks so pretty, and now that spring is coming, and it's just very suitable for the eyeshadow look. So last but not least, this is the last item from their collection, and this is the Marvelous, I'll say, face palette. It doesn't say an English name at the back, so I prefer this is a face palette. So on the inside, this is what all the shades looks like, and I feel like this is a little bit too light for my skin tone, and I really like how the shimmer shade, it looks very subtle. It's not something that it blinds you. If you guys just starting on makeup, I feel like this is a good palette for you if you guys have lighter skin tone, because on my contour, you can't really tell that I did put on contour because it didn't really shows up on my skin tone. And also as well as this kind of blush coral color, it doesn't really shows up in the camera, but in person it just shows up a little, but then I did dig into this palette to give it some color. So this is something that if you guys have similar skin tone than I do, then this might not be for you, but I feel like the texture and everything in here, it looks very beautiful. So this is all the item that I just tried from Point Effect, and I just didn't expect I would like all this item because I feel like they're more on a natural and light coverage kind of finish with Korean makeup. That's why I never approach to a lot of Korean makeup brand. So this is like a good first try with a Korean makeup brand, and I really like the coverage. I didn't expect the coverage is so full, like medium to full coverage, I would say. And for me, I do have acne prone and oily skin, and I do like a good medium to full coverage, especially for my foundation and my concealer, and I'm really liking these two products here. And also their brow product is very good, so I highly recommend you guys to give it a try if you guys are scared with Korean brand makeup. Okay guys, so this is all the Point Effect makeup collection, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and I hope this video will help you guys to reach out more on the Korean brand and not afraid to try on their products like I do before. And I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. If you guys do, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!